questions when y'all are.
Zach, I know I think we might have asked you this question before. We've talked to you for a few years now, but first day you stepped on campus to right now, how far has that journey been? How long has that trek been to
Man,
where you're at?
it's been a long journey, a real long journey. These past almost 5 years now, just been an incredible ride. I've made so many different relationships over the past 5 years and have learned so much from, even at my position, like a lot of different position coaches. So I feel like these last 5 years have just been a blessing to my own personal growth.
What's the biggest difference for you this spring? Whereas last year you were really competing for a starting job. It seems like you and Tate probably have those spots locked up, considering y'all both started the majority of the games last year. What's it like, just in terms of the comfort, being back and having everybody back in that interior?
Yeah, so I mean, here at Georgia, I know like it's easy to say like, somebody started at the job last year, they're gonna get it back again. But Coach Moore always likes to make it the case that that's not always true, and it kind of keeps you pushing to keep your spot, because there's obviously even the younger guys we got behind me on the depth chart. There's a lot of talent there, and it only takes one of us up front to slip up so much, and they could easily squeeze right in or whatnot, injuries, whatnot. I'm gonna have to fight for my spot back. So really comfort wise, I'm comfort in my group of guys and the connections I got in the O-line room, but I'm still, it's still spring and I'm still fighting for my position.
How valuable do you feel like it is that you're back, that Tate's back, that Sed's back, that you guys got those interior guys back for another year?
I think it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely important. I think it gives us a leg up. I think there's a lot of maturity and a lot of experience on our O-line, especially now having Tate, Sed, myself, and all the guys back, even Mims, is a big help. And this will be a great year for Mims growing, and I think if we all just work hard, it'll work out.
How big do you feel like having Cedric back there at center and the experience he's got, and just what that means for the entire offensive line room to have a guy like that back?
So like a guy like Sed, like the past 5 years I've been here, like there's only a handful of names that I could say are like have as much leadership quality as Cedric, and they'd be like a Nolan Smith or so Cedric is definitely like, he's the heart of our unit, but not only the heart of our unit, he's really one of the big hearts of our offense. So having Sid back and leading our line, leading the young guys, and just being that heartbeat to the offense is really important.
What has stood out to you about the competition at left tackle? Just the guys you've seen over there beside you, and just the the battle they've gone through this spring.
Say the first part again.
Yeah, just the competition you've seen at left tackle.
At left tackle, I think it's been great. Last year, obviously, Ernest was kind of in and I think it was his hamstring or whatnot, but he was fighting and clawing, and you could just tell like it was bothering him. And it's really good to see him out there, healthy and getting a fight. And you got him fighting out there. Blasky is another great guy, because Blasky's just a hard worker. He's just he's never gonna stop. He's got a high motor. The young guys, Monroe out there. Monroe puts in work every day. He I know it might not seem like it, but he's trying really hard to learn the playbook and learn everything. It is hard coming in as a freshman, being used to different, high school offenses to come in here, and it's a lot to learn quick, especially in the spring. So Monroe's been doing a great job, and coach has been having, me and Mims flip-flop at tackles here and there. So we have a lot of different players playing different positions everywhere, and I think tackle, guard, across, center. You even see Sed pop out and playing guard sometimes. So I think everybody gets to fight for every position.
How valuable is that, just to have guys that are versatile, and if they got to move to a position, they're ready?
I mean, obviously that's super important, I'd say, especially, it only helps you in college, and, obviously you want to think about it so much, but, getting to the next level, that's going to make you so much more of a valuable, player. Just being able to play, left and right, or even guard and tackle, because if you can play guard and tackle, you can play left guard, left tackle, right guard, right tackle. That's 4 positions you can play. And we even got some guys that, like a Blasky or like a Dylan Fairchild, that really you can play them wherever on the O-line. And I think that's something we have here at Georgia that not a lot of other places have the luxury of.
So when Cedric goes out the guard, Blasky been kind of sliding.
Blasky's been sliding into center. We'll have Drew Bobo come in and play center. Jared Wilson will pop out and play center. I mean, if I wasn't so tall, I'm sure Coach Earls would try to put me at center. But it's really good, especially trying to get everybody reps, and it kind of helps.
You mentioned earlier the amount of offensive line coaches that you've had here. Having Coach Searles again and the continuity there, how big is that for y'all as a group and you individually?
And definitely, I think it's huge. Like last year, Coach Searles, I thought it was awesome. He gets to come in first year, and we get to accomplish something great like that. And I think Coach Searles did an amazing job at helping work towards building that connection in the O-line room, because it's not always easy, for a coach to come into a new place, even though he's been here before. It's a new group of guys, and he's got to make sure that we can trust him and vice versa. So I think he did a really good job of building that relationship with us last year and just carrying over this year, just our unity, especially just on the O-line, just going through so much. It was huge to have him there and hold us all together.
How would you sort of describe his coaching style to someone who's not seen it before?
Yeah, unorthodox, but definitely, he's an awesome coach, and he, I love him because he can go. You mess up one play, he'll go from throwing his hat to the next play. He's got his calmness back, and I think that's really important at the coaching position, especially O-line, because practice, there's always mistakes are always going to happen, but being able for him to take a minute and teach us through it and stay calm, I think it's awesome having them. Yeah.
When you look at this spring, what are the areas of your game you're focused on, the things you want to improve by the time spring's over with?
Yeah, for me personally, this spring I've really been working on in my pass set, throwing my hands and punching and staying low. I think last year we had a really good year pass protection wise, but for me, just watching the little things on film, I definitely played a little too high. Even in the run game, playing high, it's harder for me being taller to stay low, being interior. So just me focusing on staying low and continuing to drive my feet. And then in the run game, I'd say probably my combo blocking and just making sure that I'm staying low and square, and that way that when we have combo blocks in the game, it's just easy. It looks like it's effortless.
Last year, it felt like y'all had an extra offensive lineman out there with Darnell.
Yeah.
How have you seen those tight ends, specifically Oscar, step up and take steps in the right direction in the run game?
Definitely. I think guys like Oscar, especially Oscar, even when I'm at tackle and he's next to me, we say we have a combo block. He's a real tough-nosed kid. He's gonna always drive his feet and block hard. And I think just watching his growth, even since the beginning of last year till right now, has just been, he's another one, an amazing, just his journey and progression. And I think blocking has been a big part of his game that's improved, definitely, even since last year.
I don't want to be a bummer, but I know you were best buds with Dev.
Yeah.
Do you like being asked about him now, and how has just everything that happened in January sort of changed your life?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that was something that was incredibly hard, not just on myself, obviously, but on the entire unit, on the O-line, on the entire team. And it was just, that's a part of my life that, I'll always embrace the relationship I have with all my teammates and everything now. And it's just, as much of a pain to my heart that it was, I'm trying to see the bright side of things now. And, Devin always had such a great energy that he always brought into the facility. So I feel like our best way to honor him is to have that same energy that he always brought, that same, the grit that he played with and everything. Yeah.
Are you not a tattoo guy? I heard some of you guys maybe got some tattoos.
Yeah, so I don't have any tattoos. I might be the only one on the line without any tattoos, but a few of us, we got memorial tattoos for Devin, and a lot of them came out really good. Mims, I don't know if any of you guys saw Mims. Mims is amazing. It's like a portrait right there. It's crazy, and made me shed a tear when I saw it, for sure. I plan on getting something. I have the idea of what I wanted to get. It's hard, with tattoos. If you get something big, you got to take a little time off or something like that. So I want to make sure I definitely am 100% sure what I want to get before I get it. But yeah, it would be awesome to immortalize him like that.
Y'all say something, I hate to stay on the subject, but
Yeah.
every day before y'all go out to the field, y'all as a group, y'all say something, I don't know, to remember Dev or something that y'all think about he's always told, said, or that kind of thing?
So
before y'all go
Devin,
out?
it always feels like he's still here. He's still with us in the line room because a lot of the film that we're watching and coaching, especially the young guys, like it's last year's film. So you know he's always on there, and he's always his big body's like always running around and everything. So you get to see him every day. Somebody, I'm not sure who drew it, but somebody gave our offensive line room a portrait, like a hand-drawn portrait of Dev, and it sits right above the door. So you know you get to see it every time you walk in and out, and you know his seat up front, you know, it stays empty, you know, so it always feels like he's there. He's always there with us, and you know he's always there. Yeah.
Any more questions for Xavier?
I'm gonna segue back to another different question.
Yeah.
As far as what you see from the skilled players on the offense this year, what excites you about those guys the most of what you're seeing?
Like, are you talking
Like
new guys
receiver-
specifically,
no,
or
no, just receiver
everybody?
group, the back, everything. What is exciting you about the offense?
The most would be the competition I see out of everybody, and just like the pure like it's a part of them. Like you could see it, like the desire to win, even if it's just the rep, like how hard they want to win that and how hard they go out and compete. And I know like sometimes on a walkthrough day or something, it might be a little too much, but at the same time, it's really good because I'd rather have teammates that like to be competitive. It's a natural part of them, and I think our skill position from, you know, our running backs to our receivers, tight ends, across the board, I think we have the most competitive group in the country.
What have you seen from Branson going through the spring?
Branson, another one, just hard-nosed, you know, he's going to lower his pads, he's going to run through you, he's not going to try to avoid you, juke you, go around you. And that's something I think I appreciate about his game, is that he's not afraid of contact. And I think that's something that Coach Smart instills in this program, is that, you know, we're not going to run away from contact, no matter for offense, defense, no matter what, O-line, it doesn't matter. You know, you're going to go through somebody.
Thank you, Xavier.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.